Hey, I'm so glad you're here. I really am glad that you're taking this opportunity to learn more about my new dynamic three-part webcast, Walking the Tightrope of Pain Management and Addiction, using my addiction-free pain management synergistic treatment system. You know, the reason I'm doing this is because of requests from a lot of my Freedom from Suffering Now followers who have been communicating with us over the past year or two saying, Steve, I can't come to your Sacramento trainings. Can you do stuff online? And, you know, now have the opportunity and wherewithal to do that. So this year, this is going to be the first of several online offers that I'm going to be sending to you. This first one is a three-part series. Each one of the parts is about an hour long. You'll need to have paper and pencil with you so you can take notes as you go through it. It's going to be a very dynamic process. You know, in part one, you're going to learn about some of the challenging obstacles people suffering with chronic pain and have coexisting problems, including addiction, what kind of problems they face. You know, you're going to look at the cost of chronic pain, some of the typical chronic pain drugs of abuse, and why people abuse them. You're going to get a lot of information in part one. What are some of the unique obstacles? How do we sometimes as treatment providers get in the way? How do friends and family members sometimes sabotage outcomes? And how, more importantly, do the patients themselves get in their own way? You're going to get this and so much more in part one. Now, this offer, we're pricing it at $47 for this three-part. But if you order now, I'll also throw in a free bonus. It's my addiction-free pain management e-workbook that usually priced out at $19.95. But we're going to give it to you free when you get this webcast. The reason I'm doing this is because after you go through all three parts of the webcast, you'll be able to more effectively now take your clients through this relapse prevention workbook process for pain and coexisting disorders. It's going to be an awesome toolbox you build by taking advantage of this offer. It will improve your skill set. You will have many more tools, many more things to offer your clients. You will have a greater confidence in working with people with chronic pain and coexisting disorders. You know, and then when we move into webcast number 2, this is all the information that I educate my patients about. It's a lot of education about pain, about making peace with pain. It's about looking at the difference between acute and chronic pain, anticipatory pain, pain flare-ups, neuropathic pain, and opioid-induced hyperalgesic type pain. So you're going to learn all this on the pain stuff. And then you're not done yet, because the other part of webcast 2 is taking a look at substance use disorders, or how people develop an addiction to pain meds. And more importantly, you know, some of the consequences they face. I've been developing this addiction-free pain management system for the past 20 years. I started in 1996. And when I first started, I wanted to be research-based. So I went to several libraries where I was teaching at. I was teaching at UC Santa Clara, at UC Berkeley, UC Santa Cruz, and Stanford Medical School. So I had access to all their libraries. Now remember, this is pre-Google, so it was very challenging. But what was very frustrating after several weeks was I couldn't find any research on this population. So my friend and mentor, Terry Gorski, says, Steve, you got to go out and do your own then. So I did. And I'm going to share that with you in webcast 2, because out of that, I developed the concept of the addiction pain syndrome. This is what happens when people live with chronic pain and coexisting disorders, including addiction. There's a synergistic effect. What I mean by that is 1 + 1 now equals 3, 4, or 5 instead of just 2. And you'll learn this and so much more in webcast 2. And then we're not done yet, because in the third part, you need to see the synergistic solution for that synergistic treatment problem. And this is where I'm going to explain in depth my addiction-free pain management system, the 3 core parts of the system, and how each part works. And by the time you finish this third webcast, you are going to be able to be so much more effective taking somebody through the free e-workbook. Now, you need to opt in now to take advantage of this free addiction-free pain management e-workbook. Because like I say, usually we price this at $19.95, but I wanted to give you an incentive to get this fabulous, dynamic webcast series. And again, this is the first one this year. There's going to be more, so stay tuned, believe me. I'm going to be offering people what I've been requested for the past couple of years. Let's do more online. So here's your opportunity. Those of you that have asked for this, now's your time to step up. So yeah, I'm talking to you. You know, you can make a difference in the people you serve. You can help people who feel they're hopeless and helpless and have no way out. I'll be sharing some personal examples of people I've worked with over the years. I'll share a little bit about my personal experience living with chronic pain for over 33 years. You know, this is a very exciting time for me. It's January 2016. That means this year I celebrate 35 years in recovery from pain pills and alcohol, and 33 years living with chronic pain, but 31 of those have been without suffering. When you get people through the process of working with them using the addiction-free pain management system, they do not have to be suffering with their pain anymore. Some of your patients may not have an addictive disorder. They would still benefit from this because I'll guarantee you they will have at least one or more coexisting psychological problem: depression, anxiety, trauma, sleep, eating problems. They may have some other problems, and you can use the principles in this webcast and in that e-workbook to help them too. So don't hesitate. You know, don't leave this page without taking advantage of this offer. You know, it's a limited offer. I'm not going to leave this up for very long. So please take advantage so you get the webcast and the e-workbook. So the webcasts are going to be permanently available, but the e-workbook offer is limited. So take advantage now and make a difference with the people you're serving. You know, when I first started working with Terry Gorski, he says, "Steve, to work with me, I want you to have a mission statement that's yours." And he coached me and mentored me through getting it down to one sentence. And today, my mission statement is, I teach people how to help people. So you are going to help me accomplish my mission, and I really appreciate that. Since 1996, I've trained over 30,000 healthcare providers in this model. I want to include you in this number now by doing this online work. So don't hesitate. Order it now, and I'd love to hear back your reactions from it. And please, don't leave this page without taking advantage of this offer. Thank you very much, and as I often say, onward and upward.